guys. So let's see here. It looks like we've got Paula and Tracy in here. And this is not going to go how I had planned it. Hi, Robert. So, gotta love tech difficulties. So anyway, I guess first things first. And Paula, I meant to message you earlier, but I talked to Karen. Since you have decided not to do Monday nights, I am actually going to move my 11 o'clock stream on Mondays to 9 o'clock. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Sonia. So I will actually be on Mondays at 9, Thursdays at 10, and then I will keep my premieres just after 2-ish on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay. I forgot one thing. I will be right back. Okay. And thank you so much for the raid, Robert. All right. So the other thing, my phone is actually still sitting over here spinning, trying to find Google Sheets. So I don't have an overhead in here for the actually seeing what I'm writing down. So I am kind of switching track on the herb journal stuff for a few minutes. The plan is, and if you guys can remind me, I would like to go raid Nate at Lame Cloud Adventures at 10:50. I don't know why I am coughing so much. Probably because I'm eating like crap lately. So what are you guys up to tonight? Hi, Ford Man. Very cool. Thanks, Paula. I almost forgot to grab one, but the baseball cap I had been wearing about 20 minutes ago, so I would get rather wet. You are camping in West Florida. That sounds nice. Hi, V. Yes, you are in time for my live. So with not being able to show you guys what I'm doing as far as writing stuff down, I decided it would be... I'm missing a phone. It's on the charger. Imagine that. And I'm getting text messages from my brother. Okay. Where's Do Not Disturb? Okay. Robert, just a random question. Are you not doing Thursday night lives anymore? Because I thought you had been going on at 8 on Thursdays. All right, so you guys know, let's get off my morning routine. All right, we're going to take this one off at... Oh, okay. I was like, I just saw something come across the thing short live before my, and I'm like, okay, I didn't even put this up until last night. All right, I'm going to turn that one off and see if that helps the Wi-Fi on the computer at all. I might have to get the thing out there. Wow. And you guys can't see it. Okay. I've basically been using, hi Justin and Christina. So I've basically been using the same, oh, you can kind of see it there. The same app that I use for my menu planning and routines. To collect all of the stuff that I want to put on my file folder for my herb journal. Okay? All right. I was going to say, and Sonia, I think I said hi to you when you came in. Hi, Nate. I missed you. I wasn't expecting you to see you in a live right before you go live. And hi, Justin. I'm going to assume there's some way that we know that that's Justin. Hi, 2021. All right, so anyway, I've been collecting these things, and since I don't have an overhead to show you how I'm going to put this herb journal together, because you know how I like systems. My hope is that I can get this down, I can get everything on this file folder in like 150-minute time frame once I start doing these. So I would have 52 done in a year. Hi, Timbo. So I am going to share my screen, and I just turned off the Wi-Fi on the other two phones. So I'll pull up the chat on here so I can still see you guys, and then I'm going to share my screen and show you what I'm going to do to collect the information on there. And that way, the other thing about that is I have if I do that, I have an electronic copy of all the information in one spot, so I don't have to go track down 15 books, but I can look up different herbs in the same book. Or, yeah, like I can basically have a tab for each of the next however many I want to do. I promise I don't have the crud. Hi, Shirley. And I am sorry I missed your live tonight. I have been trying to finish up some laundry and fix tech issues, and I did not succeed on the tech issues. All right. So I have a screen here. How is this going to work? Because I do have that app on here, and it does not take Wi-Fi. That's how I'm going to do that. Okay. So if you guys don't have the Color Note app yet, I do really like it. It does automatically sync once a day. And what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to come in here and write down all of the stuff I want to look up for each of the things. Why did it go back up? Okay, how to ID. And I expect some of these will possibly be a little bit more difficult to locate, I guess. I like that you guys are just talking amongst each other and saying hi to everybody. That is awesome. All right. Parts used for medicine or culinary. I want to get the seed saving stuff on there for the gardening, as well as how to harvest. That's one of those things I've noticed that is often lacking. Medicinal properties. I can spell, guys. And this looks absolutely minuscule on my phone. And I don't know how to blow it up. So if you guys know how to do that, let me know and I will do it for you. Primary uses, secondary uses. So that would be like, say, plantain is often used for itching. Secondary uses might be for, I don't know, salves to heal wounds, you know? Eating s'mores. I want to eat s'mores. Are you sharing? And very good question, V. All right, secondary uses. How to store. How to administer. I want to leave myself room for recipes. Because remember, what got us into this mess was Paula wants recipes for, like, salads and salves and things. How to use. It's kind of like how to administer, but I suppose if it's culinary uses, that might be different. And then cautions, contraindications. If something has the power to heal, it also has the power to hurt. So, hi, Shar. So, that's one thing that I didn't used to think about, but am I hiding from all of you? I'm not trying to. So, I'm much more aware of contraindications now. Mainly because, like, I was taking a mast cell stabilizer, for those of you that don't know, that I found out later can affect thyroid absorption, which I don't think, after switching off of it, I don't think that's really been an issue, but it could have been. Metaphysical properties. Day of the week. And some of this is getting into the metaphysical side of things. Just because I know I have a few people that are interested in that stuff. So gods, goddesses, alignments. Planetary alignments. And vibration. And I expect on the metaphysical side of things, a lot of that will turn into stories about how people from who knows when used that plant or herb. I say plant or herb because I am still struggling with the idea that onion is an herb. All right, and I am just going to copy this into several different sheets. Just to make my life easier later. Okay. Of course you did, V. My email is goinggreenmom@gmail. All right. So And then I'm going to rename this first sheet onion. Where am I at? Rename. Because that's the first one I want to do. And then I was going to do garlic next, but I think I am going to do dill because I am very strongly getting called to dill lately. So, some of the... I'm going to flip back over to StreamYard for a bit, guys. And hope this doesn't completely. Okay. So, I just pulled a bunch of the books out of my bookcase and brought them over here. Hi, Lucretia. So, I do have 4 Foxfire books, and I am only finding 3 and 4 right now. So, thanks for that update, Robert. Eat one for me. All right, so Foxfire 3 has summer and fall wild plant foods. So while I don't think there was anything on onions in here, it might have some things. For some of the gardening portion, I have this Square Foot Gardening book by Mel Bartholomew. You know, I don't know. This is probably from the late 80s or something. It doesn't have a... Yeah, it doesn't have a page thing with... I don't know. It's probably from the 80s. It was on the bookshelf growing up as a kid. I've got Crockett's Victory Garden, which I honestly don't know why it has made it this far in my declutters because I don't know that I've ever looked at it. But it might help with some of the gardening aspects as well. I've got an Herbal Drug Interactions and Adverse Effects book for that contraindication step. I've got herbal antibiotics. I don't know that I'm going to get into any of the mushrooms simply because I don't typically use them. In case you're unaware, most, if not all mushrooms are considered high histamine because it's a fungus. I also have the Backyard Homestead, Healing Herbs, and this is going to sound a little weird, but the Mystical, Magical, Marvelous World of Dreams, because different plants can mean different things in the dream world. And then, of course, I'm also going to use The Wonderful World of the Googles. I know Sage Goddess did a lot of plant medicine stuff last year. I believe she's continuing that this year, so I will probably also draw on those YouTube videos. For the metaphysical side, and then honestly, if I want to be honest, Charles Dowding and Jess from Roots and Refuge will probably factor into the gardening side just as much as these books will. Okay, so you're taking shots on top of the s'mores, or the s'mores are shots? Because I've had shots that are supposed to taste like s'mores, and they're disgusting. Not to my knowledge, Lucretia. And I guess I don't really... That's one of those things that it's generally considered high histamine, but I'm not sure I exactly understand why. It would be more high histamine than some things. Otherwise, hi, Camille. But I think the general idea is, if you are dealing with fungus, number one of the major causes of histamine intolerance is fungal issues, whether it's yeast or, I guess SIBO is actually a bacterial infection, but it's imbalances in your gut. And a lot of times that comes with fungal issues as well. So I think that might play into that. Hi, Kevin. You're going to be quiet so we don't know that you're eating the s'mores? Thanks, Robert. And yes, in case you're wondering, I did drink water today. It's just late enough that I'm on milk because it's in the house. I drank my 24 ounces of water and now I'm done. So yeah, that's actually a rather interesting question on the mushrooms. Because there have been a couple times I've splurged and done sauteed mushrooms for burgers. Because we happen to like sauteed onions as well. And my son likes sauteed mushrooms. And it didn't really affect me. So I will probably look into that more. Because there's a lot of beneficial mushrooms out there. And you know, who am I kidding? It's starting to be morel season here in Indiana, and that sounds yummy. All right. So this is a working time live for me. Hi, Tim. Really quick before I switch screens, can somebody type in #ask and just something in... I went to this StreamYard summit earlier, and one of the people was talking about that, and I'm going, okay. And Camille, I don't think I've seen you before, so hello. I'm glad you came in. Feel free to let us know how you found the channel. And in case anybody's interested, my video tomorrow will be broccoli salad. Yeah, it does not highlight at all. I would totally put a grilled pineapple on a burger if my histamine level was otherwise low. Yes. I was going to say, at that point, it's I would be on Pineapple Lives Matter. Grilled pineapple on burgers would be yummy. Okay. So, if you guys have questions, feel free to continue dropping them. I do have my phone up here. I am going to start looking stuff up. Let's see here. Obviously, common name on this is dill. Common name on this would be onion. I am also going to group all of these together. Because what I'm finding is they're all listed the same way, and they actually fall into the same species on whatever phone had that stuff saved. And then I'm basically just going to start going through books. 308 to 311. And I can show you guys what some of this stuff looks like. Maybe. If Sonia is still in here, she is probably totally agreeing with Tim and going, absolutely not, Robert. I am a pineapple on pizza person. Sorry. All right, so this is in the Square Foot Gardening book. So like here you can tell that it's, what would that be, 16 to a square foot. And it's in the lily family. All right, I got to put this back on here. Yeah, no, okay, so Lucretia, there was, yeah, I went to the StreamYard Summit today, and it was really good. Seth Godin talked, he was the keynote speaker, but then in the second sort of like breakout session, I was in a tech chat, where they were doing Q&A on something, and the person running the chat said that he had, like, as part of his standard thing, like when he does Q&A, he would have people do #ask. And I followed up trying to find out if that actually highlighted it in chat somehow. It does absolutely nothing. So that would be something akin to like Kevin from 30 and a Wake Up doing *****, or you know, having somebody tag you, because even on StreamYard, a tag doesn't actually highlight anything, but it could highlight it over here on this, so I would know to look for something. So yes, completely ignore the #ask. I just wanted to see if it did anything. Because the way he was talking, it sounded like it would. All right. I don't really have a section in here for this, but this is saying it is in the lily family, which seems weird to me, unless the lilies are considered part of the allium family. Growing conditions. So this is spring, summer. $16 plants per foot. On growth habit, I am going to note that it is a biennial, which means it will... Biennials, kale's a biennial too. It's like it grows for more than 1 year and it flowers in the second year. I am also going to note that I should check daylight hours, match onion type, because in case you're unaware, if you have an onion that is a short daylight onion and you try and grow it up north, it doesn't grow as well, and vice versa, because like a long daylight onion, it does better in places like north of a certain place. I'm not describing that well. But it's, It's one of those things where you need a certain amount of light for it to bulb out, is my understanding on the long daylight ones. All right, so it looks like watering, they're recommending weekly. And when tops fall over, withhold water. And it is a light feeder. And this is kind of nice. They have a how to harvest. And guess what, y'all? You pull the onions out of the ground. Although I was going to say it does have curing instructions, which is place on chicken wire or window screen. Laid out in sun for several days. All right. After onion tops are turning brown. Hi, Jess. Yeah, exactly. All right. And you know, with all the tech difficulties, the really bad part about all this, I know I've got notes on one of these phones from a website. And I can't get to it. I was going to say, and those that have just come in, what I'm basically doing as a tool so that I can start learning more about certain herbs and vegetables and things that I use on a regular basis. Nothing in that one. We already covered most of the stuff from that one. It's not that one. I need a place to sit this stuff. So what I'm basically doing, right now I'm filling in a spreadsheet with information. And then I am going to go through and I'm going to have a page on the file folder for growing, one section for culinary, one section for medicinal, and one section for metaphysical. And they might bleed into each other if one thing takes more than another. And then last week I did a quick painting. Hi, John and Nancy. So like I would have some clue, not that I don't know what an onion is, but like when I get to things like moringa, I wouldn't have any idea how to ID a moringa tree. All right, I don't know that it is in this one, even though I know that it has some of those effects. It does. As an immune system booster, it is on page 81. And then, so I'm kind of, I've got a couple different things going on. I'm going to have one touch point, putting it in the spreadsheet, so I have an electronic kind of, I know exactly what I'm going to put on this when I get to that. And then I'm actually writing it out longhand on the sheet. I need to remember when I film a couple of my pens next time to do it in indelible ink so that it won't run. But then so that's another one. And like, I know a lot of you guys know that I do tend to use first names in chat because I'm usually on my phone in live streams. And there has been research done that you can, if you, like say you're trying to learn somebody's name, use it in conversation 6 times. Sorry. Interesting. So it is listed as an immune system booster on a page all about vitamin C. So, I do have in the stuff I was looking up, I am going to also include like the nutritional type stuff. And okay. And my computer screen is going spastic on me, so hopefully that doesn't show up for you guys. Hi, JW. How are you guys doing today? Okay, so it's in a section on vitamin C as an immune system booster. And then they start talking about mushrooms. So we'll put this down in this pile. I know there was a thing in the Dream book about onions, so I want to make sure I get that. And what I'll probably do for these, you guys probably, I will try and have the spreadsheet stuff done before I do the live stream, but I don't know, that's one of those things I kind of like to see what people are doing behind the scenes. So I figured I would let you know. All right, and I know it was in the food section when I looked it up earlier. 194. Okay. So from a Dream standpoint, I am just going to add a row in here. It says, I lost it already. Bitter fruit, strong flavor or seasoning, strong opinions which impress or offend. So if you're doing dream interpretation and you've got a bunch of onions, that might play into what you are looking for there. I don't know why I don't just start in the index. And I am going to really quickly get through this, and then I am going to come back over to the other screen and see if you guys have any questions. Onions are not listed in this one. Onions are one of those things that they're not considered an herb by a lot of places. So, and like in the future, I might show you guys what it looks like filled out. Where am I at? All right, remove that. Come back to you guys. Yeah, we're back to mushrooms again, V. Zinc. Nice. Thank you, Tim. All right, so since she just mentioned that, I am going to come back over here and I am going to put zinc in here as well. And then I am also, it is an antihistamine, because you know, we're all about the histamine around here. So I am going to put that in for the medicinal properties as well. Why did I put those two down there? All right, I'll move that later. All right. So, and then we also found that in addition to the vitamin C, it was an immune system booster. All right. And I hadn't shared my screen, so you didn't even see me writing that in. All right. So onions are filled with zinc and vitamin C, apparently. Hi, George. All right. So do you guys have any questions about what I'm doing or why on earth I would do something like this? And this is probably more on the artsy-fartsy side than a lot of people would do. But I just know myself well enough that if I just write all this stuff down in a list in a notebook somewhere, it's going to wind up going in the trash. Well, recycle. Which, now that I mention it, still needs to go out tonight. All right. Anywho, so my goal is to do this and have the reference there, but also by writing it down in the spreadsheet and by writing it on paper, the hope is that I will have more of this information committed to memory. And at least to some degree, from here, I will probably also be teaching my kids and quite possibly their siblings a lot of this information. Yes, I would very much appreciate it if you would hit the like button. That would be awesome. I hadn't even thought about publishing it. And that wouldn't actually be very difficult for me to do. If that would be helpful for you guys. Lucretia, I'm not exactly sure what you're saying with your last comment. Hey, Ray. Popping in at the end. We're about to go raid Lantern Cloud. But yeah, so my goal is to actually learn more of this by memory. I've been going to lives with Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles lately. I've been going to some of Jess's lives and White Family Farm and some various places, and they really know their stuff. So it's one of those, I know to some degree, some of that comes with more experience. Drive safe, Ray. Do not get in an accident. But so I would like to commit more of it to memory, but then at the same time, if I need to reference back to something, or like say one of my kids has a question about something and I'm not able to tell them right then, they would be able to grab the binder. Because ultimately, I'll just toss it in a binder. And, you know, they'll probably throw it in the trash when I die, but that's fine. I've got the information if I need it. And if they need it, they have an easy place to look instead of having to look up 20 different places. Reading, writing, speaking, spreadsheet, all forms of learning and can be more effective learning. Yeah, definitely. And that's one of those, you know, I've got to read it or listen to it because some of this will inevitably wind up being from YouTube videos. And then, I don't know, hopefully I can find some tips on how to kind of remember various things about them and how to use them more effectively. So, yeah. And I did not grab the link before I sat down here, but I do believe he is getting ready to go live. And see if I can get this shared before he starts. And all right. Oh, and Ray's got it in ready, so I don't have to worry about it. Awesome. So anyway, do you guys have any more questions before we hop over to Nate's as far as what I'm doing? Do you have ideas, other things you want to know about different plants? Other than if they taste good? Ask me that on a Friday. And I would, if I'm coming up with recipes and stuff, I would like to do some of like the salves and things on some of these. I can't guarantee I'm going to necessarily start growing everything. Obviously, to some degree, some stuff won't grow in this area. Hi, Steve. And then it would just drag everything out. I do have some good sources for herbs otherwise. So if I'm wanting to try out different salves and things, I will likely just buy the item. And I can share with you on that stuff. But then in doing that, to some degree, some of my Friday recipe type tutorials will actually be something other than food. So I guess I should just forewarn you, it won't all be yummy stuff all the time. All right. I'm not seeing any other questions, so I am going to go ahead and end this. I will see you guys tomorrow at, I think it's 2:11 for my Foodie Friday premiere, and then Monday at 9 p.m. I will be on with my normal Monday night live stream, and we will be talking about personal responsibility next week. Okie dokie. Hopefully you guys have a great night. Go have some fun over at Nate's, and I will talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. See you guys later.